want to say that popular movement in Egypt and Tunisia have shown the way to democracy. I want to ask him, to the few Muslim political prisoners in the Syrian prison, do they share the belief? I don't think so.
Amnesty International organised the event in coalition with our partners. It's part of a solidarity action that we're doing to show our solidarity with people in Egypt and across the Middle East and North Africa at this time. I think we've seen today that in Algeria the people are demonstrating against oppression that they face. So I think there's going to be continued kind of protests and demonstrations across North Africa and the Middle East. In terms of next steps for Egypt, I think we need clarity on what the interim administration is going to do and a clear timetable for laying out how they're going to work towards free elections.
This is the beginning of a Middle East revolution?
Yes, for change everywhere. We know now it can happen.
Maybe not just the Middle East, eh?
True.
Do you think the military government is going to make some improvements in the freedom of speech, or do you got to wait until the next election in September?
Well, I hope the military will protect the transition to another president, to civilian president.
But you think this is just the transition?
I hope so.
I think there's been a transfer of power. Power used to come from above, from Hosni Mubarak, and now people have shown they've taken it back, and the power is now coming from below. And I think the army would be very, very stupid to not think about that when they make their decisions. So I don't trust them, but I have hope.
And it's good for us to see how regimes hang on to power by manipulating the press, by closing down the free press. And I'm glad that all the world is finding out about this. And it's going to make it harder and harder for them. I noticed that in neighbouring Egypt, and they closed down Facebook because people were using Facebook in Egypt to mobilise demonstrations. The regime in Syria thought, they're looking pretty bad by doing that. It's backfiring on them. So the the Syrian regime has reopened Facebook, and it's having a knock-on effect, I think, in all dictatorships around the world. They're all worrying about what's going to happen, and they're thinking, gosh, it may be us next. So.